Wednesday, April 3, 2024. Buffalo Nut. No, we're on the Oakwood Trail, Ohiopyle State Park. Walking back to the parking lot, Fern Cliff Peninsula parking lot. We just finished our day hiking over 3 hours here at Ohiopyle, starting at Cucumber Falls, then Meadow Run Slides, then Main Falls from the tourist side, and then Cucumber Rapids Boulder Field, which is entirely covered with water. And predictable at the end of the day, sunset's going to be between 7:50 and 8 o'clock, I think, today. The sun is peeking underneath the cloud cover. It's been raining really nicely today, which allowed us to have a 14-foot river, which is, when I videoed towards the beginning of my hike, the river gauges showing exactly how high it was. It was, the water on the river kind of like laps up and down, and was lapping between 13.75 and 4 and a little bit over 14. Now at the end of the day, the sunset is coming in the next hour or so, so you can always hike in the later part of the day. And I like the winter and springtime, no snakes. Got to see the power of the river today. And the Buffalo Nut Trail is a great little trail, has a lot of interesting plants on it. I think it has the state plant, mountain laurel. I think it has the magnolia, whatever it is, special nut, and the buffalo nut, and the rhododendron. This is the Oakwood Trail. If I had more energy, I'd walk over there, where, I think that way, about 300 yards, which is just above Main Falls. And there was an old cabin up there, and it's all totally gone, and all that's left is the basement of the cabinet. And in the winter time, the basement of that abandoned cabin looks like a scooped out volcano, because it's at the high point of the hill back there, and it's right up above Main Falls. So sometime long time ago, that would be like an archaeological dig area to figure out when that was put there. I didn't see any wood left at all. Maybe it was just I don't know why. It's right there over the top of the falls, so that seems like a part of the reason for it being there. It's right there at the very highest point above the falls. If you'd like to have the trails all to yourself, just hike the last 2 hours of the day. Everybody sort of cleans away, and then also in the winter and the early spring, like today, in the middle of the week too. Today's a Wednesday. And the Oakwood Trail, this is what you get. You get a little bit of sunset. where we're walking from. The Oakwood branches to the left to the Buffalo Nut Trail, and you take that one down to the Fern Cliff Trail, and then you take another left and you take the Fern Cliff Trail upriver to Main Falls. We're walking on the quickest way to get to Main Falls, on the opposite side of the Youghiogheny River to the main tourist center. At those times when the river is like, I think usually around 6 or 7 feet, starts to wash out the trail on the side we're on. We're on the Fern Cliff Trail, which goes right along the river. The river rises up above the trail, so you can't walk like from Ohiopyle City, crossing Low Bridge and then drop down on those wooden steps, jump on the Fern Cliff Trail and walk all the way to Main Falls. It's not doable today because the river's too high. 14 feet. We're going to come back this weekend in a couple of days and see what it looks like when the river is 7 feet lower. It's going to drop all the way down to 7 feet this weekend, so not unless we have some unexpected rain. And then I'll keep filming week by week so you can see the ups and downs of the river. We'll go back over to the Cucumber Rapids boulder field. It's real noticeable there. When the river drops 7 feet over there, most of the boulders will be visible again. Today we were over there, and none of the boulders at the Cucumber Rapids boulder field were visible. They were all underwater when the river's 14 feet. In a way, it's good because it cleaned out the Cucumber Rapids boulder field debris pile. Let's wash that whole debris pile downriver, and we'll see what we get when the river subsides from 14 feet now over the next couple days. We'll get a new crop of tree branches and beaver trash, all the sticks that the beavers eat the bark off of and leave their beaver teeth marks on. I thought that the Cub Scouts were whittling all these sticks that you'd see, but no, it's beaver teeth marks, not Cub Scouts. Downstream of Cucumber Rapids boulder field, which is on the Great Gorge Trail side of the Youghiogheny River. That big boulder field is where the Ohiopyle photography people and the longest veteran photographer Mike, he hangs out there, takes photos, and then all the kayakers who want to see if they got a photograph taken of them by Mike as they went through the tight pinch point of the Cucumber Rapids pinch point, they can go to the Ohiopyle photography and check it out. Down river of where Mike sits on his rock, which is completely underwater, is a big eddy area on the left, on the Great Gorge side of the Youghiogheny River, Great Gorge Trail side. And that's also, I like to call that Stick Beach, because just literally tens of thousands of sticks get left there. It took me years to even notice that some of those sticks, just pick them up and they're perfect walking sticks, like the one I'm holding. This is exactly the way I picked it up from the Cucumber Rapids eddy area on the left, downstream, where all the sticks settle after eddying there during the high river. The Cucumber Rapids boulder field also just always has thousands of sticks of which hundreds have beaver teeth marks in them. Once you get adept at spotting the beaver teeth marks in the sticks. Some of the sticks are just perfect. I usually give them away even before I get back to my car. A few of them I take home in polyurethane and then leave on the trail. And I left a bundle of sticks that I didn't do any work on, taped on a big tree at the ear boulder at Dartmouth Rapids, but today I found out that the river almost for sure washed all those down river, so they will not be there when I go back. What would be interesting is if the big down tree that I laid them on, if the river was high enough to move it on down, because it itself is just a big piece of river debris that was either deposited there or just fell right near the river's edge, and it's just been sitting there right next to the ear boulder. We'll find out this weekend. Okay, this is Low Bridge right here. That's Ohiopyle City. That's the Youghiogheny River, and it's coming up to over there is where Main Falls is. On the other side of that little bridge is, I guess that's called the Middle Youghiogheny River. It's a lot easier for kayaking and boating. The companies here in Ohiopyle City will set you up with rafting and kayaking. They also have bicycles and electric bicycles for all the rails to trails paths which go in both directions. The downriver direction, if you take the where do you take? You take this bridge. If you take High Bridge and you go that way, you'll catch that river, which goes all the way around this whole peninsula, and then it comes back that way, and it goes back that way to Connellsville. So they have the rails to trails. Take an electric bike to Connellsville easily, and they rent the electric bikes right over here. Pedal assist. You can't just cheat. $16 miles, 17 miles from here to Connellsville. That's so I highly recommend the electric bike so that you can get back. Going towards Connellsville is downriver and downhill. Coming back from Connellsville to Ohiopyle along the Youghiogheny River is upriver and uphill. So that's when you'll be, I don't know, you have to judge when you use your electricity. So we just finished the Oakwood Trail, and we took the Oakwood Trail to the Buffalo Nut Trail, and then took a left on the Fern Cliff Trail. There's a difference between the Fernwood Trail. Fernwood Trail, that slices down the middle of the Fernwood Peninsula. The Fern Cliff Trail goes around the outside towards on the riverside all the way around. cheap rubber boots. That's all you need. Snow or spring muddy, and you get the trails all to yourself. So this little section is called the Oakwood Trail, and it takes you to the Fernwood Trail, which will go to the right. If you stay on the Oakwood Trail and just keep going uphill, you'll eventually come to the Buffalo Nut Trail, and you'll take that to the left and keep going on the Buffalo Nut Trail, and that runs into the Fern Cliff Trail, which is the trail that goes all the way around the outer perimeter of the whole peninsula, and that's the whole peninsula right there where I'm pointing. There's the Youghiogheny River over there, and over there, can't see it, it's the other same river, goes all the way around over there. So when you're going up the Oakwood Trail, whoosh, take the Buffalo Nut Trail, well, you stay on the Oakwood Trail and to the left, stay on the Oakwood Trail, and then you'll hit the Buffalo Nut Trail, stay to the left. That'll get you to Main Falls, coming through the back way on a day like today when the river is completely covering the Fern Cliff Trail over here. Apparently not a lot of different animals will eat the bark. I'm not sure. If we put up trail cam here, we'd see all the different animals that like to eat the bark. The bark's got something tasty for certain different animals. Not just beavers. So this is high river, 14 feet, and Fern Cliff Trail washes out right here. Amazing. Okay, when the river is 14 feet, you can't even get past this point. Amazing. We've already been to Main Falls, so we're at the end of our hike today, so we don't need to try to get past here. This is our last video. Check it out. Wow, when the river's 13 feet, it comes all the way over here. No way you could get down there. This, I wouldn't even do it with waders. This is the low bridge. That's Ohiopyle City over there. I'll show you one last thing. Oh, nice. It's been cleaned away. Right here along the trail here. Short little trail that goes from Fern Cliff Trail to the low bridge. Right here at the Vermont Stone is a beaver tree. Look, a beaver chopped that whole thing down, and here's what he chopped down. You can see his teeth marks down here too. That was a strong, hungry beaver. Remember this stone, that's always visible all year long, even though on both sides everything just grows up again. But there's a cut down tree by a beaver. It was there for a couple of years. I never even noticed it. Finally noticed it. Oh boy, this trail used to, when the water's lower, you can go underneath it. All right, so 14 feet is a dramatic point for the river. I don't think I'm gonna get by there. Okay, so come late in the day, on a high river day, you get the whole place to yourself.